Welcome everybody, it's Mike Smith from Hawkeye Options here. Look, there's a couple of things I want to talk to you about today. We've got Hasbro, who reported earnings yesterday and obviously was well received by the market. We see a big jump up there from previous close of around $76 right up to close of 81, 82. So a massive jump up. Interestingly though, what I want to point out is a couple of things. First of all, if we were to get into HAS from here, we'd want to see a break of that $53 pivot high from the beginning of September. We've got what looks like a double bottom type formation. You could aggressively get in here if you were so moved, but what I really wanted to talk to you about today is a particular earnings play. And you'll see this purple or magenta looking bar here. This is called a Hawkeye wide bar. Now, you've heard me reference this before, those of you who have watched these videos for some time. But what I wanted to talk about is a potential way to play earnings that can be quite lucrative. And we did this 2 earnings seasons ago as a trial for all our members, so they could see us develop the system and as well as see the result of that. And it produced quite a staggering return of 18 winning trades out of 20 that we chose during a particular earnings season. So what we're looking at is doing a credit spread when we see this wide bar formed. Now, of course, you've got to have Hawkeye to be able to see the wide bar, but there are ways and means around this which you can talk about in another session if you've not yet got Hawkeye. But this Hawkeye wide bar is really powerful. What it is, it's a single bar of extraordinary volatility on a particular time period. So in this case, a day. You see the green trend. If we look at where the stop is now, you never get a new green uptrend or red turn into green on a wide bar. We have to wait for confirmation of that. If we're going to get into a long trade on this, we'd want to see a break of 83. But that's not what we're on about today. What we're on about today is if you see this wide bar closing in the top third of the bar, or bottom third if you're going short, we can potentially look to place a credit spread underneath the bottom of the wide bar. So depending on what option series were available, then we could look to place a bull put spread at 75, 77.50, for example. Or even if we were very aggressive, we could look to place the 77.50 at 80. If you're looking at weekly options, if you've got a stock that has weekly options available, then obviously you've got more scope. You tend to get strike prices closer together with the higher price stocks, and likewise with ETFs, you usually got a dollar difference. If you looked at, say, for example, a GLD for gold, or even the SPY. So this is the earnings play. So we look in the last hour to see, A, have we got a massive bar of increased volatility? B, is the price in that last hour in the top third of the bar if we're going long with a bull put spread, or short? Then we'd want it in the bottom third with a bear call spread. And then we can obviously place it outside the bar. Now, just to show you the strength of this wide bar, here's a wide bar that was last earnings from HAS. And obviously in this one, you see it closed in the last third. So from that, we could have put in a bear call spread here if we got, obviously, the fill to make it a viable trade. And you'll see quite nicely, although it didn't break below that until September, we could have placed a short-term 1 or 2 week trade to take advantage of the fact that it remained within that wide bar. Let's look at GPS. We put GPS up as a trade alert the other day. So if we look at GPS, there's our wide bar. We could have done exactly the same here on that wide bar if we'd seen it in the last hour, placed a 23-24 bull put spread, and of course that looks pretty safe at this stage, trading in this tight range. So that's really the strategy. One of the strategies we can use in earnings season is if we see that wide bar, that low to high or high to low volatility finishing in the top third or bottom third, doing a short play, then it's one way we can profit from earnings season.